This thumbnail was drawn by the ridiculously talented Goku Sun-kun. What a great picture this guy did, and I'm really happy he did it as I continue to promote artists on Geekdom 101 here in the community because, well, I think they deserve to be seen. Check him out. I'll leave his links in the comment. Let's get to the video. So one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel was not only to have discussions and teach other people about Dragon Ball and kill misconceptions, but also so I could learn more about the series by talking to very intelligent people. And recently I had a discussion with my friend Therese from the Dragon Ball Z Reddit board. She's one of the mods over there in the subreddit, and she brought up a very interesting plot hole about Super Saiyan God that I never ever picked up on. And on this video, I will share that with you. Don't forget to punch that subscribe button and enable notifications so that you get every video that I upload right to your device, right when it goes up. And thank you for your continued support. The events of Battle of Gods in both Super and in the Battle of Gods film take place in age 778 according to the official timeline of Dragon Ball Super from Toei's website. Now, Beerus woke up on that day in age 778 because he set his alarms to wake him up on that day because that is the day that the Oracle Fish prophesized a great warrior that would challenge Beerus in combat, which of course was the Super Saiyan God. Now, this prophecy was made to Lord Beerus 39 years before the events of Battle of Gods. So 39 years before age 778, that is year 739. And year 739, age 739, is a very, very important year in the Dragon Ball lore because that is the year that the events of Jaco the Galactic Patrolman took place. Now, according to Jaco the Galactic Patrolman, that is also the day that Goku lands on Earth. However, that is a direct contradiction to the original established lore, specifically in the anime, where the events of Goku coming to Earth and Planet Vegeta blowing up took place in age 737. So there's already a contradiction there, but that's not the plot hole I want to talk about in this video. What I want to talk about does have to do with time travel, though. The Super Saiyan God plot hole has to do with the fact that in the original timeline, the original main timeline, before future Trunks and Cell used time machines to go back in time and split the timeline, there could not have been a battle between Goku and Lord Beerus on Earth because Goku would die of the heart virus years before Lord Beerus would wake up. So if the Oracle Fish made this prophecy before the timeline split, that tells me that the prophecy would have had to have come true in all the timelines. But how is this possible? Well, the easy answer is it's a plot hole. Now, you could use a little bit of headcanon to maybe come up with an alternate scenario. The easiest one is that the Oracle Fish was wrong, right? The Oracle Fish in that timeline was wrong, and Beerus woke up. There was no Super Saiyan God. The only Saiyans on Earth at that time in the future timeline would be Gohan and Trunks. Gohan would, of course, die in age 780 of the future timeline. So, then that begs the question, what happened to future Beerus? Obviously, the alarms and the prophecies were made before the timeline changed. And obviously, these events happened way before the appearance of Goku Black and the genocide of all the future gods. So, what could have happened? Well, one theory is that possibly Beerus did wake up and came to Earth, even though there's no story of it, met with Gohan and Trunks, realized there was no Super Saiyan God, and maybe he met up with Goku in the afterlife. However, the issue I have with this is that in order for Goku to have unlocked that form, he would have had to have done the ritual, unless he trained with a deity that could teach him like Whis. Well, Whis did not know who Goku was at the time, so the idea of Beerus meeting Goku in the future timeline at the same time doesn't really hold up. Now, another theory that could be possible, even though highly unlikely, and it's a little bit geeky here on Geekdom 101, so try to follow me, is the idea of a grandiose time paradoxal event. What that means is that when Trunks and Cell started going through time with the time machines in Dragon Ball Z, it created such a butterfly effect through a temporal paradox that it actually changed the future as well as the past. You can look at it as an extreme predestination paradox. What that means is the Oracle Fish, when she made the prediction for Goku fighting Beerus, somehow knew that there would be a time traveler that would come to the past, prevent Goku from dying, and thus allowing the timeline to successfully course correct itself so that the prophecy of the Oracle Fish would come true and so that Goku would end up fighting Beerus. That to me is way too whacked out, because the idea of a time traveler affecting the past and the events that happened before he went back in time pretty much means that future Trunks was destined to go back in time and change that timeline no matter what. But I have a hard time accepting this one, because that goes against the rules of not only traditional time travel stories but also Dragon Ball's version of time travel, because that pretty much states that no matter what Trunks did, even if Trunks never went back in time, Goku would have survived, which contradicts everything. In science, the easiest answer is usually the right one, and the easiest answer, folks, is that Toriyama completely forgot that the main timeline Goku died, at least when he was writing Battle of Gods, and maybe, just maybe, there may have been another Super Saiyan God in the future timeline that was never revealed yet, but I have my doubts. I think Toriyama just didn't think it through, which is why the entire existence of a prophecy that took place in a timeline before the timeline was split is, without a doubt, to me, a plot hole. But that doesn't mean you can't like Battle of Gods or Super. It's just something fun to look at. Thanks for watching this video. I'm pretty damn proud of it. And if you enjoyed this content, remember to punch that like button, subscribe, and of course, tell a friend. I thank you so very much, and I will talk to you in the future.